Mm-hmm.
Hello! Good morning, afternoon, morning. Good morning, everyone. How are we all doing? Been a while since I've done this. I've forgotten how to use everything. So good morning, guys. Welcome to Modfathers Live. We are doing a review on this little beauty today. This is the Arbiter Solo from the wonderful guys over at OXVA. Guys, give this a quick share because we are joined by a very special guest today, who I'm going to bring onto the live right away. So, guys, please welcome all the way from the other side of the world in China, Mr. Shaun Simon from OXVA. Hi. You are muted. One moment. See if I can fix that. No, you're going to have to
Hello,
go on your
everyone. I'm Simon.
end. Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing well. And you?
Yeah, I mean, it's great to have you on the live.
I'm so glad to see you.
Yeah, no, definitely got a good few people here joining us at the minute. Guys, you guys watching, give us a quick share. Let's get some numbers up. And like I say, we're going to have a bit of a delve into this little beauty today. Yeah. So, who is here so far? Let's have a quick shout out to the guys. We've got Craig's here. Morning, Ash. Shalom, Chrisford. How are we doing, George, Craig? There's a lot of Craigs here. So, welcome. As like I say, we're going to be having a look at the Arbiter Solo. So you will all no doubt know of its big brother, the original Arbiter, which was the dual coil RTA from OXVA that not too recently came out. It's been out for a bit now, but everyone's loving it. And they have decided to come out with the solo version as well, guys. So obviously, Shaun's here to talk us through bits of it, to answer any questions that you have. He's got multiple OXVA devices lined up in front of him there. I'm just trying to see. You've got some Origin X's there, you've got the velocities. Which is your favorite device? Which is your favorite device from OXVA? Which one's your go-to?
Lovely. Velocity.
The velocity.
And yeah. I also like this pink, green, orange X. I love this color.
That's so my favorite color of the Origin X's. However, I know that they're not out in the UK, but some of the newer designs that are out in other countries look amazing, I have to say. Who else is I make that mistake all the time. Morning, Jackie. Morning, John. Chris saying welcome.
Morning, Jackie.
Saying hi to you there, Simon. I don't know if you see comments, but everyone's giving you a good hey home. Yeah. Right. So I think there is no time like the present. I think it's time to have a look at this little beauty, get her all set up, go through the different features. Hence why we've got Simon here. There's a few little tricks with this RTA this time, so it's good to have someone from OXVA just to run through them and obviously give you guys a clear picture as well. Is that what you've got there? Have you got the Solo there with you as well? Yeah. Oh, he's knocking stuff over. He's knocking it all over. Right. So let's delve into it, guys. So when you get your hands on this, obviously you're going to get it in this lovely box. Obviously, the bigger brother comes in the red and this is in the yellow box. Inside there, as you can see, this, I don't know if it will focus, or it is focusing for one. So I've got the matte black, and this comes with a 4mm tank. That's the bubble glass, and it also does have a separate glass in there as well for the 2mm as well, obviously for TBD. So taking a look inside the box, first thing you're going to find is the instructions for this thing. Now, one thing I noticed when I was looking through the instruction manual, I have to apologise for the glare here. I've got a lot of sunlight for a change here. One thing I noticed when going through this, just how simple this thing is to use, is that there is only about 3 or 4 pages, little pages of information about this RTA. So your first page, you've got all the what's inside, what's the features, what's in the packaging, and then literally just really a breakdown of the RTA itself, along with some of the specifications, and then just how to put the coil in. So it's a very, very simple device, which what we Brits love most is simplicity. So minimum effort, maximum satisfaction is what us Brits are all about. So this is perfect for you guys. So you've got your instruction manual in there. First thing you're going to come across is your silicone, aka bag of sweets, as I call it. Obviously keeps everything nice. We have got goodies that come with this. First one you're going to find is, again, it's not going to focus properly, but you do get a pre-made coil. I don't know if you can see that on the screen. It gives you a breakdown of what coil is in there. So it's a Nichrome 80 0.8 ohm coil. You get some cotton wool for the Allen key. So you get that there. And also you get some spare O-rings. And what I love about this is that you've included an extra drip tip. So obviously we'll go through why there's a spare drip tip in there, but the fact that it is there is you get a more of a DTL.
Let's RDL. Let's say RDL. This one is like
exactly
the MTL.
There we go. So once we've got through all the goodies that comes with this, obviously first thing you'll notice is it's all nicely packed there. So here you've got your straight glass. If you don't want the bubble glass and you do prefer it with the straight glass, then they have provided it as well, which is awesome. And then the star of the show here is that you're going to get your RTA in there as well. And again, I don't know if it will focus. It will do eventually. It will do eventually, but here you have it, guys. This is the Arbiter Solo. Oh, come on, focus. Silly machine. It'll get there eventually. It'll get there. But as you can see, not a million miles away from its predecessor, which I do have somewhere. So got its big brother here. Obviously, you can see the size difference against the original Arbiter compared to the Solo. There you go. He's got them both there as well. So you can see not a million miles different. Obviously just a bit small, but this is a single deck RTA, guys, and we're going to have a bit of a delve into it now. So as you can see on first sight there, obviously it's got the MTL drip tip on top, that kind of nipple style drip tip. Obviously you've got your Arbiter name on the inside of the tank. I think it's got the little logo there as well. There you have it. And obviously the first thing that stands out is that immense amount of airflow that you can have on this thing. That is fully adjustable. This thing is completely designed. Obviously, if I twist it all the way back, I keep confusing myself with this. So this is your RDL airflow system on this side. And then what you'll see on the other side is that there is another hole. And if you twist that, you'll start to see it coming up with more airflow options for your MTL side of things as well. So this thing is fully customizable in terms of how much airflow you want to have delivered to your coils when this thing is up and firing. What was the thought process in this, Simon, with so much airflow options? Is that based on feedback? Have people asked for this sort of amount of airflow customization, or is it just something you just wanted to put on there? Or? I don't know if that came through. I don't know if that came through. What I was asking, Simon, is the amount of airflow that you guys have put on this device, is that based on feedback from customers, or is it just something that you felt necessary to put on the tank?
Yes, it's from customers and our engineering. Because our engineering is from they worked for they worked for big brand before, like
Yeah.
Smoke and other good vapor brands are from him, and they are like they like, and because MTL, because we have two kinds of airflow systems, so we will choose if we will choose different airflow, like this this one. Yeah, this maybe there are many costs. Yes, this visualization.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's for like it's also it's also for we can choose it for RTL, and this small airflows, that's the single one is for the MTL.
So there you go.
Because actually we made it, we we are we plan to release it a month late, a month before release. Maybe we we release it at 10th May, but we plan release it in about maybe about April.
All right. Okay.
Because yeah, because we need some problem with the techniques. But after that, we update it and make it perfect for MTL.
Right.
And the techniques for MTL is very important. So we update it and make it very tight for an MTL user.
Right. So there you go, guys. A bit of an insight into how the airflow came about. It's like I say, it's fully customizable. The other thing that you'll notice when you do first get this, and this is the sort of party piece of this RTA, is that you've got your MTL, which is your mouth to lung, and then you've got your RDL there, which is your restricted direct to lung. And basically all it is a case of doing is giving that a bit of a turn. And what you won't realize is that does a lot on the inside of this tank. There's a lot that goes on the inside when you turn that. It's not easily turned. It's not something that you can just turn by accident. So it's like if it's going to be turned, it's because you want to turn it, which is also very good. Sometimes with other products in the past that have had similar-ish sort of features on them, they've been quite loose. And what you'll find is just by giving it a slight knock, or even when you're vaping on it, it turns and you change the settings without even realizing. So that is a very good point on this, is that you've got that's how you essentially change your settings from to restricted direction, is just by giving it a bit of a twist.
Yes,
it would require a bit of effort to do that, which I think is good.
It's an invention.
Exactly. So that is your first look. It's 25 mil deck on this, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I am wrong. And then you've got your bits on the bottom as well. So you've got the Arbiter. Again, it won't focus because we're live. It focuses oh, there we go. So you've got your Arbiter. You've got your when it was made. So is that the 29th of April? That's when it was made. Designed by OXVA on the bottom as well. Oh, he's got visitors. He's got visitors. So let's have a bit more of a delve down and have a look inside this thing. So first of all, if you're going to fill this beauty up, you give it a bit of a twist from the top, and it's not doing it for me now. Oh, it's all just fell apart on me, actually. That's my fault. I'm getting a bit too rough-handed with it. Why is it not? The top's meant to come off so you can fill it up. Oh, there we go. There we go. So to fill it off, you just unscrew the top, and you've got your fill ports there. And I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, because again, it's not going to focus. but I really want to try and show this to you guys. So as you can see, just running down the chimney there, I don't know if you can see, but it's sort of level on either side. It's not a full circle there. It's almost like a hexagonal bit. It might be easier showing you on the opposite side here. Again, if it'll focus. Come on, please be my friend. Be my friend. Primitive technology we have over here, Simon. This is what happens when we have primitive technology. But like I say, either side of the hole there, it is level, and it creates almost like a hexagonal shape. And what that does is it allows the inside of the chimney here in the barrel to be turned when you change your setting from MTL to RTL. And what that will do, I'll show you once we get into it if it lets us in there. So I'm going to put that bit on. There's a lot of thought gone into this. That's the other thing I want to point out. There's a lot of thought and engineering gone into making this RTA. If you'll agree with me there, Simon, Shaun even. So bubble blast is off, and what you'll do there is you do reveal the build deck again if it focuses. So like I said, this is a single build deck. As you can see, straight in the middle there, you'll see there's an airflow hole. Is that for the MTL side of things? I'm guessing there, Shaun. Is that the MTL airflow?
Yes, it's
in the middle.
Yeah, yes, so it's a airflow is one airflow in the bottom, and you can see the pins. There's two another airflow pass. You can have a see.
Looks like he's winking at you.
Yeah.
So you've got side airflow there. So the side airflow is for your restricted direct lung. And then your hole there is for your MTL in the bottom there. So like I say, how much airflow you decide is dependent on how you have this set up the top. But like I said, there's that many options. It is fully customizable. Somebody's saying here, Tony T has done a good job in this. So Tony T, give him a pat on the back. But like I say, so there is your build deck, guys. Now, like I say, I am going to get a coil put in this. As you can see, 2 posts, legs of the coil are going to go the opposite sides. Looking at this, so the coil that comes with this is 2.5 mil in a diameter. I think you could probably get up to a 3 mil. I think 3.5 is probably a bit too big. Ash, can you use a normal alien coil in it? Well, I think if you can get one small enough to fit in there, then I can't see why not. But like I say, I'm gonna put a build in this now. Obviously, you guys can, as I'm gonna put the build in this, you guys can ask questions of Shaun. If there's anything that you want to know about the tank, just whilst I quickly put a build in it, it shouldn't take me too long. I've had a bit of practice in this, so I'm gonna get it on the old skull Attistan there. And we're going to put a cheeky little build in that. Now, unfortunately, my camera doesn't allow me to tilt it down, so you can't see me putting the build in, but I will talk through it and just sort of go through how easy it actually is to do this build. So obviously, I'm going to use all the tools that came with it. So I'm going to use the Allen key that came with. And the other thing that I do just want to quickly show the guys, because I think this is quite important. Oh, he's disappeared. I must be boring him. So I don't know. Again, I don't know if this will focus that well on this, but I don't think it's going to focus. But where the grub screw is being loosened from, come on. Where's it gone? It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But where you put the coil leg, there is a little lip, which means that when you're tightening that screw down, or he's having a play. He's got a better camera than me, so he might be better. So when you're tightening the screw down, what it stops is the coil leg being spat out. So it holds it in place in a sense. Yeah, he's gonna show you now because he's got a better camera than me. And he's already got a building. So there you go. He's a step ahead. So again, I don't know if you can see it there. You can just see a very slight lip, just where that coil leg is going to come in on this side. So yeah, it makes it easier for the build. So like I said, we're going to do that. What he was going to say, here is one I made earlier, blue. Oh, honestly, if I had the option to do that, I would have done it. So, like I say, here is the coil that comes with it. As you can, it's got a bit of flux on it from there. So this is the 0.8 micron 80 coil that's going to go in. Obviously, as you can see, the legs are going the opposite sides. It's the only way that you can have this on this RTA. So I'm going to quickly get this put in, and again, you'll see just how easy this is to do. All I need to do is just tighten it down with that. So he's showing it on the screen there, as you can see. Like I say, I think a 3 mil inner diameter is probably about as big as you can go with these. 3.5 is just a bit too big. Like I say, unfortunately, I can't show you on the screen me doing the build because it doesn't have that option, but literally within seconds, the coil's in. I just need to give it a bit of a snip.
Yes.
So there you go. Coil's in. Keep it nice and central. Someone's been stealing all my tools out of my toolkit, so I'm just gonna get the coil tool in, give it a bit of a lift, make sure it's nice and central, and then most importantly now is to snip those coil legs. Like I say, guys, when you are snipping, if you're quite new to building, what you need to make sure is that these coil legs that are sticking out of the side. Again, I don't think it'll focus, but the coil legs that you can see are sticking out the side, you need to get them cut as close to the deck as possible to avoid any kinds of shorts. Close your eyes when you do this. I cannot count the amount of times where I've just been looking at it whilst I've been snipping. Coil gone into the eye, things like that. So very, very careful when you're doing that. And like I said, the only thing we need to do, so the coil is super simple, guys. Super simple to get that coil in. Literally takes seconds. Again, it's really just not going to focus on here, which is a bit of a crying shame. But the coil is in. The coil is central. The only thing I need to do now is to put it on a device, get it pulsed, make sure that coil is burning inside to out. Obviously, I'm going to be putting it on top of the velocity as well.
Velocity.
Got to be done. I love the velocity. I think it's great.
There's another coil.
So first thing straight away, so this is a 0.8 coil. As soon as I put the coil in, it's reading at a 0.76. Obviously, we need to pulse it a bit first. The other thing I need to do is make sure that I'm not pulsing it at 100 watts because that would be rather silly. So I'm going to turn this down to around 20-25 just to get it pulsing a bit. And then we'll see how it goes. But guys, like I say, feel free to ask any questions of Shaun. Make use of him whilst he is here.
Any questions?
Okay. To be fair, it's not a million miles off, actually. It doesn't even require that much. So like I say, normally what you're looking for here is, again, I don't know if it'll focus, but you're just wanting that to burn from inside to out. I'm just going to give it a bit of a strum just to help it along. But I think that's pretty much going to be... requires very minimal effort getting that coil sorted there. There you go. There's no hot spots in it, and as you can see, I don't think it'll focus, but you can see that's glowing nicey nice. I will try and get this to focus, guys, because it is in your interest, this, and I feel sorry for Shaun with this looking at me with this horrendous camera. It's not going to focus, but all I need to do now is get that wicked up, get some cotton in, and then we can have a bit of a play with it and see how this performs. One thing I've seen I've spoke to a couple of people that have already vaped on this, and one of the things that they mention is the flavor of it is amazing. It gives off so much flavor, even with a stock coil. Obviously, you guys out there will have your coil builders out there. I'm just going to give this cotton a bit of a snip because it doesn't want to go in. One thing I will say with the coil that comes with this is it's not strong. So you do have to be very careful when you're putting your cotton in. Make sure you don't disform it, and make sure that it keeps its shape and you don't do any damage to it, because it is, like I say, it is quite. Like I say, I'm just going to get this wicked very quickly. So what I've found is when you're doing the wick and you're cutting your cotton, where to cut it, I tend to do it in line with the deck itself here. If you can see that again, it's not focusing for some reason, but do it in line with the black black bit at the bottom, and that will give you enough length to get that put down into the cotton hole, and you'll be away. So what coil do you use, Shaun, when you're using this? Do you just use a stock coil, or do you have your own there, or?
Yes. I will use this one is over 2.5 mm coils in it, and
Yeah.
you can use different kinds of coils. I use Island or KI, and
Yeah.
two kinds of just Karen and maybe and Aaron, and you can see this one. I'll show you.
I'm gonna show us
Let me
down.
show you. Okay, have you seen this one?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I use this. It looks like when we made a video about how to make a gold-like coils. You can maybe this video will be posted in a few days. Maybe Monday it will post. You can have a watch in our social media.
Right. Okay. Coolio. So there you go. So there's the coil in Shaun's. I've got mine all wicked up again. Is it going to focus? Probably not. But as you can see, with very, very minimal effort there, I've managed to get the coil in. It's all wicked up nicely. It's just not going to focus, guys. I don't know what's up with it today. It's been an absolute nightmare. I'm all over the place. So it's not going to focus, but you can get the grasp there. The cotton's in. It's all nicely done. And like I say, very, very minimal effort. You look like you need a coffee. So there we go. So the only thing left to do is to get some juice on this. So I'm going to put my Twister Lolly on there. Shaun, if you don't know the story with me,
wait. I want to ask about. I want to ask Chris. He want to send me his juice about mozzarella juice, but I haven't got it.
Well, you're in luck because there's some already on the way to you, good sir.
Maybe, yeah, so it's on the way to me, but maybe it takes maybe it takes 20 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's on the way. I can only use other brand juice. Can I show yours? It's so.
That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. So yeah, so that's what I'm putting in at the minute. I believe there is a bottle of this on the way, the Twister. So I would love to hear your feedback on that. So we're going to get this all nicely saturated. There we go.
What flavor you use?
So this is something called Twister Lolly. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's like an ice lolly that we have over here. So it's quite citrusy. There's lime in there. There's a creamy centre, bit of cream in there with a raspberry centre to it as well. Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. This is all I've ate. So
I can't wait it.
So there we go. She's all nicely in there. No hot spots coming through at all, which is what we want. So it's just a case of getting this thing put back together, and then we can have a little vape on it and see how it does. So again, really, really easy to put back together, guys. Within seconds, it's all there and done. Just needs a good twist. There we go. So she's all in. Just need to put some juice in. Now, for me, when I vape this, I'm probably going to have it on the restricted direct to lung option. I don't tend to do NPL vaping at all. So it'll be the RDL side of things that I'll be doing this on. So she's all juiced up. And there we go. Now, again, I'm going to be using the restricted direct along, so I don't need the MTL drip tip. I'm going to use the RDL. Like I said, there's the borehole, so quite a lot there. Set my airflow. Now, I'm going to have it wide open at first when I vape this. I'm going to have it wide open. Morning, Shaun. I'm using my Arbiter RTA and love it. I hope the Solo does well next to it. That is the Mr. Hanky Panky.
Thank you, Stephen.
And also, Chris has also just mentioned there that he would personally like to thank you, you guys at OXVA, for donating things for our charity night that's coming up.
When is your charity night?
We're doing that on the 2nd of July. And we're raising money for something called Healthier Heroes. They look after a lot of our veterans. When they leave the army, they can get into a bad place sometimes. So they help look after them and rehabilitate them and get them back into civilization. So that's who we're going to be raising money for on the 2nd of July. So again, thank you very much for sending some things over to support that. That was heartwarming. Thank you. So here we go. So I'm going to put this, like I said, I've got this on the restricted direct to lung option now. I've seen that about 45, and again, you'll be able to help with this, Shaun. About 45 watts really is kind of your limit with this, especially with the coil that's in there. Would I be right in saying so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The network is not very good.
So I'm gonna set it at 40 watts for this. Again, there's a lot of glare here, so it won't focus. But I'm gonna set this at 40 watts and give it a go. What do you set yours on, Shaun? What settings do you have yours on when you're vaping?
Wait.
When you vape the Solo, what wattage do you vape at?
What you mean resistance or
no? What wattage?
Wattage. Oh yeah, it depends. I normally use 40.
40, yeah.
30 to 40. Yeah, because it depends your resistance of it.
Yeah.
And
well, let's give it a go. So airflow wide open.
Yeah. It's RDL. Yeah, RDL.
I'm going RDL. I will try MTL as well.
You can see the cloud is very big.
A lot of cloud for it. There's a lot of cloud there. And the flavor, again, that cotton still has to bed in, but the flavor coming through is brilliant. The other thing as well, because this is restricted, is that it's not too loud when you're vaping it. So you can hear that coil really bubbling the liquid, but it's not overly loud. And I prefer that. Sometimes when you hear some RTAs vaping, it sounds like there's a rocket taking off. You know, it's quite loud. Whereas this, it's not too bad at all. Now, for me, I think that's perfect for me. The airflow wide open is perfect for me. But like I say, you can, if you do just want a bit more restricted, you can just change it and you're away. And again, the first thing you'll probably notice there is just how much cloud it spits out as well for a single as well. Only at 40 watt. Beautiful. No signs of dry hits whatsoever. Absolutely spot on. But like I say, you can have this in different settings. Again, if it will go, all I need to do is give that a bit of a twist. And we can put it to MTL. At which case, then this becomes an MTL device. Again, you can, I don't know where it's looking there. So you've got your airflows there, but on the other side, you've got that single hole as well. And then you can adjust it to very restricted. So let's give it a try on MTL. I'm not going to change the drip tip for this. I'm just going to keep the same drip tip on, but there you go. Again, I'm not used to MTL at all. It still gives a bit of a throat kick, even though there's only. Pardon?
You prefer RDL, right?
Yeah, I prefer the RDL all day long, all day long. But again, for the sake of this video, I will still do MTL as well, just to show you guys.
Yeah.
And again, it doesn't. Again, I've just spat that out before I've taken it back. But again, not too much noise when you're vaping on it. You guys that are watching that have got one of these already, what are your thoughts on it? I think that it's relatively quiet in the vape, which I do prefer. Because the airflow is only coming through on one side, you can only hear it through this ear, which is strange. But again, lots of flavour with it. I have no issues whatsoever. The only thing I want to ask, Shaun, and again, it might just be the case that you can't fix this because of the way that it's set. But with the drip tip,
yes,
it's quite
a little movement. Yeah, I know. It's some reviewers reported to us, but we will improve it in the retail video. No problem.
Right, okay.
Don't worry.
Yeah, it's the first thing you realise. It's when you go to vape it and there's just a bit of movement there. But like I say, it's on your radar. You're looking into it, so that's the main thing. And that's one of the things that I like with OXVA. Now, there's no disrespect to any of the other companies out there, but what I have found is that you genuinely do listen to the feedback. There are some companies when you provide feedback, they get a bit like, oh no, you're wrong. This is perfect sort of thing. You know what I mean? But like I say, you listen, you can go back to the drawing board and you look into it, which I think is spot on. But yeah, now I'm going to put this back to restricted direct along because that is my preferred way. I'm going to change the airflow. There we go. So back to wide open for me because that suits me all day long. The flavour is spot on, guys. So it definitely worth it. We are definitely going to be getting these in store. So I believe Assad is already working on getting these. When do these properly release? Are these released as of now for you guys at OXVA, or when do these release to the public?
It's released in already released. It's in 10th May, but it will be available in the first week of June. Maybe first week of June you will get it, and all your customers can get it.
There you go. There you go, guys. So the first week of June, and you will be able to get your hands on this little beauty. Obviously, you know, Assad will always look after you guys in terms of price and things like that. Sean, Steve is asking, where is your hat? Where's your OXVA snapback?
I'm worried today. Let me find for you.
We're going to find it for you, Hank. He's going to go and find it. But yeah, as I say, guys, this thing is absolutely spot on. I'm vaping this at 40 watts. And like I said, the flavour is coming through perfectly. That cotton is still bedding in a little bit. And even on the MTL side of things, the flavour again is spot on. Like I said, I'm vaping this at 40 watts for that. The MTL, I'd probably go down to maybe like between 15 and 20, depending on what you want to put in there. But yeah, all day long, really happy with this. Like I say, just a single coil in this. Obviously, the little brother to the original Arbiter, which is the dual version. But it chucks clouds. It chucks clouds, and a lot of people are looking for that these days. People are looking for clouds and flavour, which this thing offers. Like I say, the bubble glass that it comes with is 4mm. Looking handsome in your snapback. Ah, cheers, Hanky. But it also does have the TPD straight glass, which will put it down to 2mm as well. So there we go. Shaun, can we have the OXVA sign behind you? Everyone's just changing Shaun's setup now. He's not going to have an office left. So, guys, let me know your thoughts. I know there's a couple people watching, or people that will be watching this later on that already are fortunate enough to have their hands on this. So do let me know your thoughts. There we go. He's got his hat on now. He's got his hat on. So, happy days. Now, that is pretty much it for the review itself. We've been through that. Like I say, plenty of airflow. You've got that option to go from there. We are. He's not. He wants that side. Flavour for days on this, guys. Really easy to build on. What are you saying there, Shaun?
Oh, I mean, this one is a light for our whole light home room. Maybe I
Yeah.
can search it for and search it in the future and send to you, and you can show it in your web shop.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That'd be wicked. So very quickly, guys, like I said, we've been through the review there, and very, very not surprised, very, very happy with how this has come out. Like I said, lots of flavor, lots of cloud. Really, really easy to build on. Like I said, I had that built in a matter of minutes. There's not really much you can do that will go wrong with putting a build in this. So even for the beginners, if you were looking into doing rebuildables, this again, very much like the Arbiter, the big brother, the Arbiter was very, very easy to build on. And again, this is no different. So perfect for anyone looking to start with the rebuildable journey. But whilst we have got you, Simon, does anybody watching have any questions for Shaun? Does anything people want to know? Are you allowed to give us any sneak peeks of what's next for OXVA? I don't think any. So, Shaun, one question to me is what's next for OXVA? Have you already put thoughts in place of what you're going to be doing next? Are you bringing out another device, or maybe an RDA? Maybe have you looked into an RDA? Maybe.
Our next product is actually is a pod system, but you will embrace it. It's very I mean it will impress you a lot.
Right.
You can
Okay.
have so, but I can see what is it. Maybe
No.
you can, yeah, it's secret.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure whatever you guys bring out again, every device that I've used from OXVA, and I've pretty much I've used them all. The main thing that I always pick up on is the quality of them. You know, they're built to last. There's no issues with them. You can tell that there's been a lot of thought gone into the engineering side of it. So no doubt whatever you guys do bring out next will be awesome. I personally would love to see an Arbiter RDA. So, you know, I'm requesting as many people that follow Modfather do like the RDA side of things. So if
RDA,
the RDA, put that on your list. Put that on the
maybe
list.
our next product.
Yeah. So, guys, as I say, that kind of brings the review to an end. What I would first of all like to do is thank Shaun for joining us for this, answering the questions that you guys have had, just talking us through some of the thought processes behind this and why they've done what they've done. It's very understandable as to why they've done it. Get Justin to make an RDA. So there we go.
No problem.
There we go. So again, thanks very much for joining us, guys. Thank you again, Shaun, for joining and helping us out with this. But there you have it. That is the Arbiter Solo. Plenty of airflow, plenty of flavor, plenty of clouds. Really, really easy to build on. So again, enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Again, thanks for Shaun for joining. But other than that, guys, I will see you all shortly. Goodbye from me, and goodbye from him. Thanks, guys.